I'm Sarah Mutchs. This is my family. We want to share with you why we give to Newburg. So, we found Newburg through Michelle Hartman, and actually separately. I knew Michelle through work, and I think the first time I was here at Newburg was actually for her mother's funeral. But after that, I started coming with her on occasion for a Sunday service here or there. Ethan, would you like to come join us back on the couch, please?
I got all my, so I think.
Ethan,
you want to come hang out over here?
I think, yeah.
I noticed several people had rainbow crosses on, and that was kind of a hang up for me in coming to the church. You know, this a message of inclusion. Not all churches have that in reality, and so seeing that told me that this was a church welcoming to all people, and we've seen that proven out, and that's why we're still members several years later, and we'll continue to be members as our family grows and as we get more involved in the church.
we've been coming to get fed on Wednesday, and they get to see their friends, and I always think, oh, we're going to have some dinner. Well, I get to eat, and then the boys basically just run around with all of their friends and play before they go off to their programming. And then I go off and ring some bells, which is one of the big changes for me is I've really jumped into being active in a lot of the music program stuff. That has been something that really is filling my cup, and it's really helping me feel closer to God too. But even before that, I should say, I started going to the women's Bible study. It's probably been 2 years.
A couple of years, yeah.
And that, without a doubt, has probably been one of the greatest experiences in helping me grow my faith and in helping me get really plugged into Newburg as a church.
Look at the past, right? Look at 10 years ago, where were we? Right? We weren't married.
I didn't know you.
We didn't even know each other, yeah. We didn't have any kids. I didn't belong to a church. I'd never belonged to a church. And in that time, we have this wonderful family and this wonderful church that we're at now.
How do we see ourselves in the next 10 years with regard to church?
10 years older.
I don't know.
Still with 3 kids, not planning on adding any to the family.
No.
But I think getting more involved.
Yeah.
I've been involved a little bit. Recently got involved in staff parish. So was asked if I'd be interested in joining that, and I felt very honored to have the opportunity.
As the kids grow up, like I can imagine them. I get excited for the big moments in the church, you know, like 3rd grade Bibles and confirmation. And
I'm looking forward to Appalachian Service Project.
So we were at a children's pageant rehearsal, and Marin had just kind of started to walk. I was basically walking around with her, holding onto my fingers up and down the aisles, all around the church, and then there was a moment where Angela Montgomery came up, and she was coming after her, and Marin took her first like 5-6 steps, consecutive steps, without me holding onto her fingers, and it hit me that there will be a day when she walks down that aisle for another purpose, and it really just meant so much to me that, you know, Miriam was taking her first steps in such a special place. And to see where, you know, it won't happen in the next 10 years, of the moment that I'm thinking of course, in my head, but, you know, in the next 10 years after that.
Sure.
Yeah, either. Denise once told me, and Michelle probably too, you know, just how excited they are for our kids to experience Newburg. And so are we.